How you doing, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Lou here. Today we have a new segment that we're going to try, which is called News with Friends. So I'm Louis, and I have my friend Louis
over here.
And today we're going to be reacting to the news. This is a good way for us to at least once a week kind of touch on what's going on in the world, entertainment, news, politics, a little bit of everything, and present what's going on and then give our genuine reaction. So with that being said, Louis, I want to start with you. I'm going to first read off what we're going to talk about.
Yes, sir.
Because there is a lot to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about for sure with you is UFC 300. It's freaking crazy. Max Holloway, Alex Pereira. There was so much going on.
All around it, man. It was a crazy card.
So that's the first thing. Then we're going to talk about Renato Moicano voices about Brazil and freedom of speech. So Renato Moicano was in the UFC 300. I think it was early prelims.
Yeah.
And he had a comeback victory against Jalen Turner. But what's most important is what he said afterwards and what it has to do with his country, Brazil. The next story we're going to talk about is why he talked about this. And it's because the story of Brazilian judge orders probe on Elon Musk amid X disinformation row. We're going to talk about why this judge is probing Elon and why Elon is kind of going back and forth with him. Next, today is Wednesday, April 17th. Boeing Whistleblower is testifying live today in Congress. If you guys don't know, there was another Boeing whistleblower that we're going to talk about that also was going to testify, and the day before, all of a sudden, he killed himself.
Very sketchy.
Offed himself. We'll talk about that. Next, we have a pro-Palestinian activist sentenced and a $1 million bail after she threatened city council with murder. That's a very, very fun story, and
fun is it's a good way to put it.
It's fun because life has consequences, you know?
100%.
I am very, very, very pro freedom of speech, but you still have consequences to what you say. So,
yeah.
And you'll see why I think it's funny. We'll talk about NBA playoffs. Last night's games, the Warriors, the Lakers, the Pelicans, and kind of a feel of what we think is going to happen this year. And this is news today, April 17th. The NBA has banned Raptors Jontay Porter for gambling violations. We'll talk about why the NBA decided to do this, the ongoing investigation, and what they know so far. You'll be very surprised to see how far this guy took it.
Gambling a trending topic nowadays, huh?
Clearly. This happened a couple nights ago, but I think it's important to talk about. Iran fired 300 missiles to Israel in retaliation for Israel bombing one of their consulates in Syria. Former Michigan House Speaker charged with embezzlement. That one's an interesting. You guys will be surprised. There's a lot more under the layer to that story than just that title. So wait for this.
We're gonna dive into it.
Wait for this one. Finally, we're gonna talk about this. 50 Cent today. He put this very interesting Instagram post. This is. I'm not sure what to say anymore. So Diddy was playing with Carl's booty too. Lol. I need a drink, guys. and we'll talk about that. Louis didn't know about what's going on with Diddy, and we'll touch about what's going on with Diddy, because it is kind of strange how he was all in the news like a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you guys noticed.
Yeah, he was all over the place.
All over the news, and all of a sudden the story has died down completely. It doesn't exist anymore. The war is kind of dominated. So that's where we're gonna start off first. But first, let's start off with the UFC 300. Give me your take, Louis. What did you think as far as like the card itself? Obviously, was freaking ridiculous. Probably one of the most stacked cards of all time.
I think it's the greatest card of all time.
Did you think it delivered as one of the greatest cards?
100%. 100%.
Even compared, which one was it? UFC? I don't remember who it was. The one we had Islam and
Bulk? Too?
I think so, because it was the Justin Gaethje and Chandler fight. That night we had that was a stack card, and it delivered. But I think UFC 300. So you would consider it number one of all time.
Of all time.
It delivered everywhere.
If you look into it from the beginning of the card in the early prelims,
they
had like Figueiredo fighting first against Garbrandt. Like, bro, that's
no. You also had
that's a main event in there. itself.
Yeah, that is a main event. You're right.
You know, so all throughout, I
got Bobby Green against Miller, and they beat the crap out of each other.
Oh my goodness, that was one of those. I mean, Bobby Green is just faster, younger.
Yeah, it's age. It's age.
I think it's age. You know, he pissed him up. It was just. I think the fight could have been stopped earlier, or I think was it a stoppage? It was a stoppage. It was a stoppage.
It was, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I think it could have been stopped earlier because Jim Miller was taking all the punches in the face, straight up.
Which one, obviously, other than the Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje, because I think that's. I mean, we can talk about that right now. That was definitely the show of the night.
Fight of the night, 100%.
I mean, for you guys that haven't watched this is probably one of the most epic moments ever.
Most badass moments in
Just
UFC
to put it in
history.
Context before we show this video, Max Holloway, they were already in the 5th round.
Yep.
He was winning the fight. He was outclassing Gaethje.
He was probably winning every round.
No, he was piecing him up.
He was piecing him up.
And then the dude decides to point to the middle.
Last 10 seconds. And
go all out and let's
like he always does.
And let's just see what happens. Look at this.
Let's go to the middle.
Banging. It's in the middle.
There you go. He gets one.
Dude, with 1 second left. He knocked him the hell out. Like cold. 1 second left.
Cold. Yeah, there's no.
Dude, the crowd. Everybody was crazy.
Yeah, Gaethje, bro.
There is one thing to say about Justin Gaethje.
Look. You're just swinging in there, bro.
Boom!
Oh my God,
dude,
bro.
He pancakes. It's so
right
dirty.
Into the nose, bro. He was right here.
It's so dirty, bro. And you know what the crazy thing is, that everybody, including myself, basically was betting on Justin Gaethje to beat Max
thought
Holloway.
Gaethje was gonna win because of the power difference.
It's not even that. It's Max hasn't looked great in his last fights. You know, let me rephrase that. He hasn't looked great against Volkanovski. You know, everybody else has looked great, but we all thought he was gonna get knocked out by 100%. Justin Gaethje.
I mean, he got knocked down though.
No, yeah, just getting knocked down.
First time in his career he's ever been knocked down.
That's different than being knocked out.
That speaks about the power that Justin Gaethje carries, and that's what we're counting on. For the fight to go,
but he pieced him up. He pieced him up.
Even taking crazy shots to the leg as well, bro. Didn't even flinch one time.
He talked about it afterwards. He's like his punches were okay or whatever, but the leg kicks, I feel like I was getting kicked by a donkey or a mule.
Yeah, he didn't.
You know,
you didn't see him switching stances or anything. He was just very firm on that front leg, bro. Holloway came to.
What do you say? Like the biggest thing now, everybody's kind of asking is now, what do you do with Max Holloway? Because now he has the BMF title, right? That means there's an opportunity there. And he was talking about going against McGregor.
Topuria is a fight to make.
Yes, the best physical fight, the best money fight is probably McGregor with the BMF.
McGregor is always the best.
But McGregor's now going to fight in 303. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, he's going to fight Chandler.
Against Chandler.
He's getting pissed up though.
What do you think about that, McGregor? Do you think McGregor's going to win?
McGregor's been making movies and stuff lately, you know. Chandler has been in the gym every day. And he's been fighting a lot more.
Yeah, that's true.
And Connor's coming back from a crazy injury as well. I mean, Connor's greatness, though. You can never count him out.
One of the things I don't like at this point about Connor, though, is bro, you already made all the money you want. It doesn't feel good as a fan to see one of those guys, just keep losing. You know, it's
yeah,
bro, we don't want to see you lose, you know, because even right now, even though you're not the best fighter, the best fighters want to fight with you because you can just, you know,
you can turn it up like that.
He makes all the panties drop, you know.
Red panty night, baby.
Red panty night, you know.
I mean, when Dana announced that he was gonna find the press conference after the fights, everybody just went like, "Whoo!"
Exactly. It's oh, okay, now it's our
bro.
turn.
Connor is on.
Nice.
Connor is on. What?
But again, it's one of those mixed bags for me because I love Michael Chandler. I think he's one of the most exciting. He's like a Gaethje, you know.
Yeah, he goes.
You
up.
know, if you go to a Chandler fight,
there's a fight.
There's gonna be blood. There's gonna be a knockout. There's gonna be something bad, you know, and that's what we want. So, but then now Max Holloway, he can go against Topuria. I don't know, bro. Topuria looks.
Yeah, man. I mean,
boy on something.
Yeah.
Not only is he on something, he's strong,
he's
bro.
He's packing a punch, bro.
And he can wrestle you too.
You can see him when he talks. He's like, yeah, like at the end of the day, anybody can try to stand with me. Nobody in that division is gonna be able to take my punches when I hit back. I'm like, all right, bro. And so far, he's delivered with that. You know what I mean? Because he got. I remember a fight against. I don't remember the guy. Some dude from England. He got dropped like bad in the first round.
Got dropped?
Yeah, he got dropped bad in the first round. But then he shot the guy lights out when he came back. He literally shot him off, knocked out cold.
No, he's got stamina too.
He
can go 5.
I think he paces himself as well. You know what I mean? He's like right there.
Yeah, but then somebody like Max Holloway could technically present a problem because of Max. The greatest thing about Max is his movement. He's just so. And he doesn't stop the movement the whole time.
He's also hitting you constantly. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just that he's moving. He's going to hit you. And he's going to get out of the way.
So that's a good one.
Because I don't know if you saw the fight against, like, I noticed something in Holloway. He's literally always fighting like this, like
yeah, he's forward.
Alert at all times. Yeah, at all times. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, it's
he's been very hard before. And
yeah. He's just like, oh, let's go. Like, bro, Holloway is one of those guys.
Bless Max Holloway.
Let me just say right now, Holloway is my favorite fighter in the UFC right now.
Yeah?
Yes, without a doubt. It used to be Charles Oliveira, but things change.
Never count out Charles. Charles is pretty good too.
I don't.
The next one I wanted to talk about is, did you see the Pereira fight?
Well, the shot Pereira? That he took first
Jamal Hill. Yeah, no. Yeah, so both. He did 2 things. Yeah, so, we pulled that up. So he basically got kicked in the nuts.
Right. But I think if Pereira was actually a mythical fighter like Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that, Pereira will have a card that will be like Pereira walk out increases 20% fear in your opponent or something like that.
Dude, I don't know. He's one of those that he's very stoic. Like,
extremely.
He's not trying to do anything, just looking at you. But he's got so much power. I also saw the video. There's like this machine in the gym.
Oh yeah.
Where you can measure your power. And supposedly, like, the record holder was Francis Ngannou. He smashed his record. And I'm not even, like, by, like, a little bit. But, like, almost double.
Yeah, people were like, bro.
That's why he hit so hard. The fact that he hit him with, like a left uppercut. And it just grazed. And he just gets knocked out. And what makes him even better is the fact that before he did that, Jamal Hill kind of hit him a little bit in the ball area. He tells the ref, no, I'm good.
Yeah, because Herdim's trying to step in.
Yeah, he's like, Herb, I'm good. Waves him off.
I got him.
Comes in and knocks him out. What the?
Right after. It's just like, at that point, he has seen the opening or something like that. He just didn't want to, This right here. Boom.
Ooh, you see that? He waves him off after he got hit in the balls and knocks him out.
Right, but it's over.
And now look, watch what he does. The Cabulim. He's making a meme out of him.
Is this all you were talking about, bro?
He makes him a meme out of it, bro. Yeah, basically. He makes a meme out of him. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're a whole meme now. Yeah, because he said the water bottle to the press conference, which was like the statue that Pereira uses, and it was all beat up and stuff like that. He had it on a chain, and he was like, oh, this is what he's going to look like after I'm done with him, whatever.
Now he's talking about possibly moving up to like heavyweight.
I mean, if you think about it, the dude is packing that punch.
No, he punches like a heavyweight, 100%.
So,
and he's a kickboxer.
At this point,
it could be fun to see him against John Jones. That would be a mega fight.
I don't know, bro.
No?
I don't know.
Well, you think John Jones is going to take him to the floor? And yeah, that's true.
It's over, bro.
Yeah, John Jones, at this rate, I don't think he's going to.
No. If by any chance Pereira lands anything flush.
That's the thing. But I think that wouldn't be a good fight. I agree with you.
Yeah, no, I don't think that'll be.
I think John Jones.
I think it'll be more of a throw game thing.
Yeah.
It will just be like
that's the crazy thing about the greatest fight of all time. Literally, it's crazy. Anyways, next, I want to talk next about last story in the UFC, which is we had Renato Moicano. He was in the early prelims. It was one of those good fights. He was losing the fight against Jalen Turner. He almost got knocked out. Jalen Turner hit him with a straight left, rocked him to the floor, and decided to just walk away.
Jalen thought it was over. He thought he was
Which
out.
is like the worst mistake he could have done.
I think it comes from like hearing Green in the last fight so bad that he actually
can't do that, bro. You're not.
He knocked him down, and they wouldn't stop in the fight, so he just like
he's not Sean O'Malley. He can't be doing that.
Exactly.
But anyways,
and these are not 135ers.
That was definitely one of those fights of that I say to everybody: if you quit, you lose. But if you learn to not quit, you can always win.
You always have a chance.
And this is exactly what Renato did. He ended up taking him to the ground, and he ended up freaking TKO'd him with punches. What's most important was after the fight what he said. He said he loves America. He loves the First Amendment, freedom of speech. He loves having guns, the Second Amendment. And a lot of people were asking, well, why is he saying this stuff? And well, that has to do with the next story. And Renato Moicano is Brazilian. Brazil right now is going through a very, very weird thing. So one of their judges, and I believe he's the head justice, of their courts, he is doing an investigation into Elon Musk because
they're judge from Brazil.
Yeah. They're trying to get X to ban and give away the information of right wingers in Brazil. Yes. So remember what happened here in the U.S.
Communism.
Where the Democrats and the FBI had Twitter working for them, right? They basically want the same thing in Brazil because they're about to go through an election as well. And so the president, Lula, he doesn't want Bolsonaro to win again. And there's right-wingers, as they call them, the other side, who are discerning. They're speaking their mind. And the Brazilian justice, Alejandro, I forgot his freaking name, Alexandre de Moraes, is trying to get their accounts restricted or shadow banned, and get all their information. They're basically trying to do the same thing that the U.S. did in the 2020 elections with Twitter, with the Twitter files, with the Hunter Biden laptop stories. They're trying to do that now in Brazil.
Wow.
And as you see, if this title go up, so this is from Al Jazeera. Brazilian judge orders probe on Elon Musk amid X disinformation row. Go down a little more. Okay. So a Brazilian judge, can you take that off, George, so I can read a little thing here? Yeah, so a Brazilian judge is opening an investigation of Elon Musk for obstruction of justice after the tech mogul said he would defy a court order to remove X accounts accused of spreading disinformation. Does this sound familiar?
100%.
Oh, I always say this, guys.
Cancel culture.
It's not cancel culture. It's who gets to.
It's even worse. It's the government getting into.
Yes, who gets to decide things. What is right or wrong to say? That's why it's called freedom of speech. Now, there's consequences. Clearly. I can't threaten you, but if I'm saying what I'm thinking, just because you don't like what I'm saying, whether it's a lie or not, it should not be restricted. And especially nowadays where social media is literally the number one source of news, communication.
Everybody's on it.
If I can't, and that's the dangerous part of this, is once you restrict somebody from speaking, what's stopping the other side
from doing anything else?
Correct.
And then the thing is that obviously people that want to speak and want to be heard are not gonna feel good about this, and then that's just gonna bring chaos.
Yeah, but they're basically in Brazil trying to do what the U.S. did in 2020. In a decision on Sunday, Supreme Court Justice Alexandre de Moraes said the probe will examine whether Musk, who owns X, engaged in obstruction, criminal organization, and incitement. That's a rough. So that's why you have Renato Moicano have that speech after his win on freedom of speech.
Defending.
Yeah, he's talking about all the crap that's starting to happen in Brazil. They have an election coming up. You know, it's like they're Democrats. They're doing the same thing.
They're trying to shut it down.
It's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit crazy. I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, Independent. This is not okay. You know, it's not okay to limit speech.
You shouldn't limit people's way of thinking or way of wanting to live their lives. If they're not directly hurting anybody with the way they're living and with the things they're saying, just because they're speaking about something they believe in, who's anybody to say you're not supposed to talk about this or you're not supposed to talk about that?
And you see what Elon tweeted on April 7th? He tweeted, "Coming shortly, X will publish everything demanded by Alexandre Moraes and how those requests violate Brazilian law. This judge has brazenly and repeatedly betrayed the Constitution and people of Brazil. He should resign or be impeached. Shame, Alexandre Moraes, shame." So that's what's going on with that. So, and you know why I think this is important? Because while I like to fight about the U.S. problems that we have here in this country and we have to fix it, Brazil is another one of those countries that it's a democratic country and it's still one of the big countries. Like, if you have all those countries flip to like something that's happening in Venezuela, like with communism, it would be awful for South America. You know, Brazil converts into a communist country or a dictatorship.
That's not good.
Which, again, guys, this is not very far from it. We're Cubans. We understand the play. Once they start taking away what you can say, the next is what you can own. The next is what you're allowed
to eat.
It's everything.
Where you can go. It's everything.
It's everything.
It's like, yeah, you are here. You're free in this cell. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we let you think that you have a choice. We let you think that you can move, that you can do things. But in reality, we control everything.
100%. And that's not right.
And that's how they sneak up on you with things like that first. So I think it's very important that this topic gets spoken about, you know, and applauses to Elon Musk for standing up to it, bro. Like,
no, what he's doing with X has been brazen and smart, and I can't imagine how much stress someone like him must have. Like,
must have a lot of targets.
When you're not fighting like companies, you're fighting like countries.
A lot of targets on his back.
Think about that. It's interesting. Yep. But yeah, guys, fight for your freedom of speech.
Always. The
next story, this is an interesting one. So, the Boeing Whistleblower trial. So, for those that don't know, this is a story of today and on April 17th on Wednesday. So, Boeing put under Senate scrutiny during back-to-back hearings on aircraft makers' safety culture. So today, one of Boeing's ex-employees, a whistleblower, is in Congress testifying about their safety standards. One of the big things that have been alleged in a lot of the whistleblowing reports is that Boeing, to earn more money in the pandemic in that time, they reduced the quality of the production. And Al Jazeera, I think it was, did an investigation into one of their plants. And the own employees were saying that, yes, Boeing was skimming. They were using worse materials. So they're in this big thing. Now,
so it's like you go to a body shop, you take a car that is leased or something like that, and you expect them to get the original parts.
Yeah.
And then you get something you get
from this. Yeah, correct. From a crashed Toyota in the back that we have, you know.
And that's a top company.
Yeah, and it's not only that. It's your airplanes. Think about if what happens that something's bound to happen. Boeing has had a lot of different incidents on the news lately where Alaska Airlines, one of their doors blew off the plane.
Right, they had to return the plane.
Engines not working midair, catching on fire, wheels falling off.
Why do people have to go through this when they paid the same money or more that they used to pay before?
Well, if you think that's an issue, well, to add a little bit of more a flame to the fire, we had a whistleblower about, I think it was like a month or two. There was a big story, and all of a sudden it disappeared. There was a whistleblower for Boeing who had gone on various news outlets saying that he was going to testify, and he was a high-level executive. Yes, this one. Boeing whistleblower John Barnett found dead in U.S. This is what's in March 11th. So, a former Boeing employee known for raising concerns about the firm's production standards has been found dead in the U.S. John Barnett worked for Boeing for more than 30 years before retiring in 2017. So
that's more than I've been alive.
Think about how much in 30 years you could know about a certain company.
I mean, you're there every day, probably more there than in your house.
Exactly. In the days before his death, he had been giving evidence in a whistleblower lawsuit against the company. Boeing said it was saddened to hear Mr. Barnett's passing. The Charleston County coroner confirmed his death. It said the 60-year-old had died from a self-inflicted wound on March 9th, and police were investigating. Mr. Barnett had worked for the U.S. plane giant for 3 decades. He was employed as a quality manager at the North Charleston plant. The facility builds the 787 Dreamliner, a state-of-the-art airliner used mainly in long-haul routes. And in 2019, Mr. Barnett told the BBC that under pressure workers have been deliberately fitting substandard parts to aircraft on the production line. So again, they were putting faulty equipment on the
we're making
planes.
the
And then all of a sudden,
workers do this.
The day before he's going to go testify, and one of the things he's been talking since 2019, he kills himself. Interesting. Well, I want your thoughts on that. I mean, the first thought is obvious.
The ironic part is saying that Boeing was very silent with the news.
I mean, it almost feels like one of those movies where it's like this giant corporation, you know, like, is just...
I mean, how much is Boeing worth?
Billions of dollars. But even though after these stories, their stock value has plummeted. I mean, can you look at Boeing stock prices? I mean, today is obviously an issue for them that one of the whistleblowers got to the actual trial. You know, they're actually testifying before Congress. So it's been down 35% in the last year. If you see that big dump over there, that was when the story.
Even in January, you can see that they were up, and then they dumped completely, and
then do 5 years. So yeah, I mean, look how bad their stock has been.
Very strong.
They've been I mean, that big dip at the bottom, that's obviously COVID.
Right.
That's the pandemic. Obviously, all planes started.
And that's when they said we had to do something.
Yeah, and then it's ever since then it's been up and then down and then up. I mean, they've been. So it's more issues, but yeah, I'm gonna say allegedly because obviously all this is allegedly, always after the facts. But I mean, this looks like. I mean, if I had to play an investigator's role, I mean, if I'm not suspecting somebody at Boeing to do something like this, 1 + 1 is 2 or 1 + 1 is 3. I don't know.
I mean, you ever heard about the cocaine cowboys?
No, please elaborate.
The two kids from Miami that started bringing a shit ton of cocaine into the United States back in the 80s.
Okay.
They were kind of like the real Scarface and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So basically they caught them, right? And they had a bunch of witnesses and stuff like that. They killed all of them.
Okay.
They killed all the witnesses. So I'm not saying, but if these people did, if these people did back in the day, without as much resources as this company has.
Allegedly.
I
always want to say allegedly.
Allegedly. Everything is...
allegedly, they murdered the whistleblower.
Allegedly, they fucked them up.
Allegedly,
they did what the Holloway did to Gaethje.
That dude was 62. He was already tired, man. He's tired from life.
Tired of what?
Tired from life.
Tired of seeing
how
they do things wrong. Allegedly,
he had to go and obviously testify the next day. It's just so hard,
It was so hard that he decided to kill himself.
Allegedly.
And he's been trying to do this for
5 years. 5 years, yes.
And then the day before, he just, I'm not gonna do it.
Anyways, yeah.
Come on, you guys gotta do better with the script.
There's actually some of the travel websites now are also including. Usually you get to pick their airline.
Right.
Right. Now they're also including
the aircraft.
The aircraft maker. Yeah. They're including the aircraft maker, so if you don't want to go on a Boeing, you can actually take a different option.
You can just do things wrong and get away with it, you know what I mean? Without consequences. Like, can be killing people allegedly like that. It can be making shitty aircrafts and not have allegedly.
Well, the great thing about life is everything has consequences. Speaking of consequences, I have our next story. I've been dying to share this one with you because I found it so funny. Let's put it like that. So it's pro-Palestinian activists sentenced and on a $1 million bail after threatening to murder city council. So before I say anything, I just want you to just play the video and watch it, and then
that should be a good one.
It's definitely up there.
In Palestine or any other country where oppression occurs, because you don't care about the oppression occurring here. And I understand that you guys are all horrible people, but the thing is, 2,300 people being evicted in the last year, those are votes. And you guys, those are votes to win here in Bakersfield. So regardless of whether you elect people into office, they'll backstab you, they'll let you die, and for that reason, you guys want to criminalize us with metal detectors? We'll see you at your house. We'll murder you. We'll see you at your house. We'll murder you.
So stop there.
We'll murder you.
Ms. Patel?
So she just
does she think she a gangster or something?
straight. Where did you guys?
We show up your house, me and all my boys.
We'll murder you. So all right, so that's the context, right? All right, next,
Perch 9 or something like
play.
Miss Patel, that was a threat. What you said at the end? We'll see you at your house. We'll murder you.
On camera.
Pause it real quick.
I can't hear myself that much, George.
The judge was like, yo, bring that back real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on,
come back.
the door.
Exactly.
We're not gonna let that slide. What are you talking about?
Oh, watch.
And so the officers are going to escort you out and take care.
All right, stop. And so this is her after. It's a before and after.
Looks a lot different without
makeup. It's like FAAFO. F around and find out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The same thing. It's before and after. Now look at her being sentenced afterwards.
We'll murder you. And
everybody
so
gangsters till they get
to escort you out and take care of that.
Oh my god. Stop it there. These are the consequences of life, bro.
She went and looked for it.
You can't just threaten people.
She went
and
and looked for it, bro. She went and looked for it.
So this is like a complete opposite of what we were talking about, the freedom of speech, right? So today we talked about freedom of speech on both sides. First of all, is restriction of freedom of speech, which is wrong. And this is the consequences of freedom of speech. So again, we want you to be able to speak, but these are the consequences. You can't just freaking, I'm gonna kill you. Like
we're gonna show up to your house.
Oh yeah, sorry. We're gonna show up your house and then kill you.
We got intelligence to get your address. And then we're gonna pull up there with my boys, and we're gonna make a bloody mess in there.
But think about like the balls you have to have to even do this, and it also like these like pro-Palestinian like protesters right now. I feel like it's like a similar movement to like the BLM at this point. Where maybe it started from a good place, and we even went to Washington D.C.
Yeah.
There was people there that had like good intentions, but now it's turning into like Antifa. People just want to like break shit, destroy stuff.
What a person like this shows me is that she's mentally unstable. Like, You come here, you're making threats.
Well, I mean, they gave her therapy.
I hope they did. You know what I mean? You're making threats, and now a couple of days after, you're just crying because of what you did.
You know, her family's pissed off, bro. Indians don't play with that. When I see a Patel, I had a Patel growing up in my class. Dudes were rich, like they had like hotels.
Yeah, they have no necessity.
Like food stores. Her family right now is like, you bitch, like that's not cool for Indians, like especially Patels. That is not cool. Like, she's never gonna get married off. I tell you that right now.
Well, she had many chances.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know about that, but I mean, like,
makeup helps. You know what I mean? She's without makeup now, so let's not.
Anyway, I wanted to share that because I thought it was
It's very, very interesting, very funny,
very, very interesting. You know, especially with all the protests that are going on
of the First Amendment.
Wrong use of that. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, your words also have consequences.
Speaking of, next story is the NBA playoffs. I kind of just want to touch on this a little bit. I was watching last night the Lakers and the Pelicans, and just kind of the makeup. Zion looked amazing. Did you see that? Did you see?
40 points.
And all of a sudden, he like walks off with like a limp leg.
He got injured or something.
That was weird. For him though, is like he's so big and strong, dude. He's so big. Whenever he goes in, even against Anthony Davis, it's just like playing against little kids.
He moves everybody.
And what do you think of the Lakers? Like, I don't know what to think of them right now. Do you think it was better for them to go against the Nuggets or OKC? Because I think the Nuggets are gonna piece them up.
They got LeBron James.
Dude, I'm sorry.
I'm not saying
LeBron James of now. It's not the LeBron James of 8-10 years ago.
I'm not saying that they're gonna beat the Nuggets or anything like that, but you can never count LeBron. That's what I'm gonna say. Plus, I like the way Reeves and Russell are playing.
I just from watching yesterday's game, I saw that they play a lot better when Russell was involved because LeBron would pass the ball off more and they would create more plays.
Yep.
When Russell's off, LeBron holds the ball way too much.
Yeah. And then he forces shots.
Even though he had that nice, that little fake. Did you see the fake?
Yeah.
On Zion?
Yeah.
He faked that he was going to fade. That was cool. That was one of the cool moves.
Yeah.
He still looks amazing, but I feel like when they don't move the ball, there's no way they're gonna get destroyed by the Nuggets.
Especially the way the NBA.
No, and especially the way the Nuggets work. The Nuggets move the ball like crazy.
Yeah, bro. And also, they got the best player in the world.
That's true.
They got Nikola, bro.
Yeah.
And bro's just like fading away from 30 feet away and just making shots, banging that shit.
What do you think of the Warriors like being outed?
I mean, you saw the downfall coming when Green hit Poole in the face. That's what I'm gonna say, bro. Like, you got problems in the locker.
So you're talking about a couple of years ago, still, like, even until now.
Yeah. I mean,
do you see them winning another championship with like this team, like
the
with
team
the
that they have
Curry
right now? I don't. I
Clay?
think they're gonna have to get like Giannis and Antetokounmpo or something like that to be able to win a championship, or somebody of that caliber to be able to help Curry.
Yeah,
at this point,
it
it
kind of
just
does feel like the dynasty is about to end, right?
Yeah, I think they're gonna keep Curry. I think they're gonna keep Green. And
you think they're gonna keep Green?
Yeah,
yeah,
they love Green.
They like the attitude then?
They like the attitude. Okay. He's a fighter. You know what I mean? Clearly, he's a fighter.
And so Clay's gone?
Most likely.
Clay's not the same anymore after that injury.
After that injury, he's never been the same.
He's too inconsistent.
You know.
Again, too inconsistent at the level that we were used to.
Yeah, we were used to him like making 30 every game.
So we'll see. I think this year the NBA is literally a toss-up.
But they also play with a lot of things, you know, because that was a team that had an amazing chemistry before KD got there.
They still won a championship.
They won championships, yeah. They won championships and all, but like, you got to think about, you want to get this, you know, you want to get this cake now. You know what I mean? That you have the opportunity.
I don't know who they build around right now. That's the thing. That's the crazy thing about the Warriors. You think Kuminga's not bad, but he's not.
He's not. I don't think he's a superstar. No. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. I think they need to go in the market, get a big free agent that's gonna help Curry, just like Wade and LeBron did back in the day.
It feels like the end of a dynasty.
Yeah,
that's it. It's like,
and then maybe the Nuggets. The Nuggets are on the come up. The Timberwolves on the come up. Anthony Edwards is scary. Anthony Edwards is scary dude. Scary dude. He
a part that he can jump out of the freaking roof.
Yeah, bro. He's got that confidence in him. You know what I mean? He's like, I'll take over. You know, he's got that.
He's getting to that age where he's just like, all right, you know, like I'm starting to peak, you know.
Yeah. The other day he dunked us over somebody, but it was a crazy dunk. I was like, bro, you want to end this dude's career for real?
As I'm saying, the NBA this year is going to be very interesting playoffs. You have interesting in the West. You have interesting matchups. You have the Suns. You have the Nuggets. You have the Wolves. You have OKC. Like,
bro, Wemby's coming up. Couple of years.
I've seen he's been playing better.
Couple of years,
I've seen he's been playing better as of late. But
you know, he's got the best a step back percentage from 3-point in the league.
That's a random. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and the last game, bro. But the last game, it literally looked like it was a giant playing with kids. He would just like dribble it down the fucking court and just shoot it from 3, like far away. Just hit that shit. He hit
but remember, you can't win with one play.
No, obviously. But he scored 17 points the other day, like in 3 minutes. I don't know
who else on that team is going to be
like
that complimentary, you know?
Well, they shouldn't be in a bad place with cast space or anything like that. So I don't have nobody, bro.
We'll see if somebody wants
to
start.
Who do they have?
Yeah, we'll see. But you know how it is. That type of talent, like, you're not going to win in the first 2 years.
No,
it takes like 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah, 100%.
To really build.
If they bring somebody that can help them out, and because the people that they got right now are just Wemby haters, bro. I don't know if you've seen, like, go and look for highlights on the San Antonio Spurs not passing the ball to Wemby. Like, he's literally open under the basket.
Because they're all there on, like, trying to prove themselves. Like, am I gonna get cut tomorrow?
But this is not
for them. Wemby's like secured, you know. Anyways, we're talking too much. About this. Next story. This is definitely it's another NBA story. It came out today, April 17th. This one's interesting though, because
super interesting.
Again, it goes a lot deeper than you think. So, NBA bans Raptors Jontay Porter for gambling violations. I'll be the first one to know. I have no idea who the hell Jontay Porter is, but as you will read on the story, he doesn't care to play too much.
Bro really said, yeah.
Let's read it so they know. So, the Toronto Raptors' Jontay Porter has been banned from the league after an investigation revealed he had disclosed confidential information to bettors, limited his participation in at least one game while he was with the Raptors, and bet on NBA games while playing in the G League. So, think about this. Limited his participation. That means
the dude didn't play on purpose.
Exactly. Hey, man, are you going to bet tomorrow? What's the over-under that I'm playing or not?
Put 5,000 on that one right now.
Put 10,000 on that shit. And watch this next. Look at this one. This is very interesting too. The NBA investigation found that Porter revealed information about his own health to a known sports bettor ahead of March 20th game against the Kings. Another bettor privy to the information placed $80,000 same game parlay to the featured a bet that featured unders on Porter's statistics and will win $1.1 million, according to the NBA. Porter played 3 minutes before leaving the game with an illness. Coach, I don't feel good, bro. I gotta.
My tummy hurts, coach. I can't keep playing.
You imagine that?
I had some Chipotle in the morning. It was tough. I can't out right now, man.
I need to get out, bro.
I'm not even that good, bro. Play
for
somebody else.
$1.1 million. The dude got some.
How
balls,
much is he getting paid in the G League right now?
The G League, the dude's gone, bro.
I mean, no. How much was he getting paid?
In the Philippines, you know?
Because he probably he's gonna have to go see Dwight.
Oh my god, bro! He's gonna have to go see Dwight.
Anyways,
I'm not gonna go into that.
Dude probably said, yeah, man, playing basketball is good and all, but have you ever messed up with the system? You know?
Nah, the dude was like, yeah, I'm getting cut, bro.
Let me get the payday. Let me get
this money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't even that good, regardless.
But this is crazy. It's one of those. This is definitely ballsy. I'll say that. And good on the NBA to suspend something like this, because this is crazy. But it does lead to the fact that how many more people are doing it.
Guys, this is happening constantly. Even big athletes, big superstars.
Allegedly.
I
don't know.
Referees, allegedly. Commissioners, allegedly. Just saying.
The rabbit hole goes.
Everybody likes betting.
I mean, I'm good.
I mean, up there.
I like betting on myself.
Do you ever hear about Michael Jordan? Like gambling and stuff.
Yeah,
like
but he would
gamble. He can gamble whatever he wants.
Yeah,
but
Michael Jordan owned the NBA back then, so
he still does.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Anyways, next story. This is more of a somber, I guess, news. But if you've been under a rock, then you are probably the only person who haven't heard this. But a couple of days ago, Iran launched 300 missiles and drones to
serious strike.
No, Iran launched it to Israel. So we're gonna play this little video. This is from TBN Israel. So obviously, if Israel reported,
sounds of explosions.
We'll see.
Sirens.
Guys, those are not fireworks.
Over 300 missiles and drones were fired at them by Iran.
Not fireworks.
Explosions are seen in the air over Jerusalem, as most of these incoming missiles are intercepted, but the few ballistic missiles landed in Israel, causing some damage to an IDF base and wounding a child.
So yeah, so Iran warned ahead of this. So I don't know if you guys knew that, but about 3 days before the attack, they warned them that they were going to do something like this. So this is something that it was basically like a show of force as retaliation. Supposedly they retaliated because one of their consulates, look it up, George. Israel attacks Iran base in Syria. I think it was something like that.
So Israel is strike first.
So supposedly in Syria, Hezbollah forces were going to meet. If you don't know, Hezbollah is a terrorist group who's been attacking from Syria, Israel.
Okay.
And so Israel went and took them out.
Okay.
But it was inside the Iranian consulate. So that's what ended up happening, though. Israel attacked an Iranian consulate in Iran. From Israel's side, they're saying that it was a Hezbollah meeting, basically. So a meeting to plan more attacks on Israel.
Right.
And then, as a retaliation, Iran launched 300 missiles and drones. Now, there's two sides to this. There's a side of Iran and there's a side of Israel. Israel is basically saying, you guys are attacking us from all sides. What the hell are we supposed to do? Do we respond to this? And Iran was saying, well, you attacked one of our consulates, so this is our show of force. Like you said earlier, before we start recording, 99% of all the rockets and drones did not
taken down.
Yeah, Israel's Iron Dome, and also they got help from the area, from I think it was the UAE, UK, France,
and us,
and the US, to take him down. But now we're at an interesting point. What does Israel do? You don't want to say anything?
Based on previous records, they're gonna do something, bro.
It's one of those, man, because if you keep escalating, it's gonna get to a point where think about if they didn't have that system that can shoot down rockets, like a bunch of civilians would have died.
Or
let's say another way, Iranian fired, right? They give 72 hours. It basically, look, here it is. We're giving you notice. We're attacking you, right?
Just know that we have this. Yeah.
Yeah. Just know that we have this, right? But what if their defenses failed?
Yeah.
And those actually landed.
Big casualties and a lot of collateral
So
damage.
it's one of those, man. We're at an interesting point in human civilization. We've gotten so advanced that we can literally tear each other to pieces if everybody wanted to,
without moving our fingers.
But at the same time, you can't let just somebody stomp on you. You know, I think the best thing right now is just stop. Stop, guys. Let's chill the fuck out. You know, let's like. You know,
war is never gonna stop. Never. I don't see war ever stop.
I'm not saying war stop, but I mean these escalations, they can't continue.
They're gonna continue.
We're relaunching missiles and drones like that. That's just the next step is like nuclear. And when nuclear is involved, like that's death, literally. So do we want to live at least pissed off in the same globe and leaving each other alone, or do we want to just kill everybody and just nobody live? I think there's not really a there's not really a choice.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, man, not everybody thinks this way. Clearly, there's people over there.
No, because most of those people have already been through programming of hate. You know, their family members have been killed. They were born into
that culture.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Their family members are.
It's just like us. Whenever somebody talks to us about communism or something,
we don't want like we don't even
remotely smells like it. We're like,
yeah,
no thanks. You know. But at the same time, these people are.
But over there, it's life and death.
It's life and death. Like, okay, what's your life expectation? I don't know. Whenever they give me a bomb, we'll see, or something like that. It's crazy, and they still get little kids to explode bombs and stuff like that.
But I mean that's wrong, and that's one of the problems I have. One of the things that I've experienced in the last 2 or 3 years with my traveling and stuff is how good the Muslim culture actually is, how respectful they are, how nice they are.
No, it's just a small percentage.
It just so happens that every time there's something like this where it's like an extreme, it's Islamic people, you know?
Yep.
And it's just like, bro, you guys, that's why like the UAE, you know, especially like those kind of Saudi Arabia, UAE, they don't really want to like mess with us too much. They're already like apart. They're trying to not be those guys. Yeah. And these guys
figure it out. We're like, man, we can be good.
This is crazy.
We can be good. You know what I mean? Like, we have the resources, we have the money, we have the power. Why are we gonna worry about war when we can be worrying about making ourselves better? That's what they did pretty much, and that's why I think they're putting themselves apart.
So my real question is, other than this gets complicated because the fact that Israel attacked Iran and the consulate, it makes everybody think and know that, okay, Iran is working with terrorists to supply them to attack Israel. You know, at the same time, Iran's a big country. Iran's not like this mini little. Iran's a big country.
Yeah, they're getting into
like, and let's be honest, Iran, like, if you keep escalating these things to this level, like, if the world goes crazy, you're not going to stand. It's just the reality of life.
Because everybody's going to turn against you. You don't want that.
So,
most likely.
Anyways, next story, because that one's always like it's like a spicy pepper. You know, everybody wants to, you know, try it, but they don't want to swallow the whole thing. You know,
all right.
That's the truth. That's the truth. That's some bars. That's some words.
Diddy will swallow it.
Diddy will swallow it. Well, since we talk about it, let's just move on to Diddy's story, I guess. Because you said
we go back to
So for those of you who don't know or are not on social media, we're going to talk about the Diddy story. First, we're going to talk about Diddy story because a couple hours ago, 50 Cent posted this on his Instagram. Okay, this is crazy with emoji. I'm not sure what to say anymore. So Diddy was playing with Carl's booty too. Lol, I need a drink, guys. And that's saying, podcaster, Diddy had relations with Carl Winslow from Family Matters. Yeah.
I mean, the guy's face says it all.
I mean, that's nothing to do with it. That's a picture for him with the show. What are you talking about, bro?
I'm just saying it fits perfectly for the context. You know what I mean? Yep.
Yeah. Diddy got me.
Diddy
got me too.
Another one.
And another one. Speaking of another one, Khaled is a friend of Diddy. Like a big friend of Diddy. He's been in a lot of parties with Diddy. All right, so let's go back. The Department of Homeland. That's not for drugs.
That's military police.
Yeah, the Department of Homeland investigates trafficking, human trafficking.
Yeah, serious stuff.
Immigration. That's what they're there for. So the accusation is that they invaded his house because there's rumors that he's trafficking kids, people. Allegedly. The rumors also indicate, in a lot of the stories, that's them going into one of his LA mansions, and look at that, they had drones and everything. It's crazy. And only that, they were taking down the also look up Diddy's son being arrested. So yeah, they went to his house, raided his house, took out all the cameras, ramsacked through it, and nobody knows why. That Diddy was invaded, and this is weird. This is where it gets weird, because we know this, guys. Diddy was raided, his LA, his Miami homes, for accusations of human trafficking. If we know anything about the U.S. government, the U.S. government does not go into your house and break your shit and take care of everything unless they're already ready to crucify you. They have everything they have against you. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Diddy was never arrested. Diddy's still out and about. I've seen videos of him online. Him like an ice cream shop, just like chilling around, happy, smiling, like a normal day. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, there was one of his planes departed into Antigua, which is a non-U.S. extradition. So they raided his homes, arrested his son, took a bunch of stuff. He's free and about. One of his planes flew to Antigua, a non-extradition country. And now the story a couple weeks later is completely gone. Nobody talks about it. So I'm going to be using allegedly a lot in this portion because, again, this is all allegedly.
It is. Okay?
So the allegations are as follows. There's a civil lawsuit ongoing right now against Diddy in a court where they're claiming that he would use his parties to blackmail celebrities, politicians, princes from Arab countries.
Everybody.
He would have them in his house, right?
Allegedly.
Okay. Give him drinks, drugs, and Diddy had cameras all over the house.
Roofie time.
Everywhere. So that's the first allegation. The second allegation is that since he was not on the plane to that country, he put incriminating materials on that plane and threw it out of the U.S.
That's what makes sense, right?
Allegedly. And the third allegation, allegedly, is that this was done by a higher up to gather whatever was left so it wouldn't leak into somebody else. Because this is starting to feel a lot like Epstein. They're cleaning up. They're rounding up. Diddy's still up and about. And we'll forget about this. The story will go away.
Still touching booties.
The dude's still touching booties. So that's what's going on. So that's why, to me, I find it funny. 50 Cent has been going at it at Diddy for like a couple weeks.
Aren't you gonna throw the joke that you had there?
And Andrew Schultz the other day, he had this stand up in LA. He went and did it in LA. And watch this joke. Make that large, George. Make it large, and then make sure the volume's all the way up. And let's just listen to this. All right. This is Andrew Schultz.
But no, the other reason is because every celebrity in LA has had their home robbed except Diddy. Like Rihanna got robbed, fucking Keanu Reeves got robbed, Paris Hilton got robbed, but no Diddy. And I thought about it, it's like, bro, robbing Diddy is terrifying. Because what if he's there? You break down the door, he's butt naked on the couch. Meek Mill sitting on his lap, just petting him like a Maltese cat. Meek Mill crying, oh no, wait a minute, I'm Diddy's like, can't stop, won't stop. You try to run out. You run out. The door is locked. You're locked in. You turn around. All of a sudden, you hear.
So yeah, that's Andrew in the situation. So what he was referenced to McMills. There's also allegedly allegations that Meek has had a lot of intercourse with Diddy, like gay intercourse, allegedly.
These people are very, very hard, very gangster, very tough.
So the whole allegation is basically that Diddy has this blackmail ring, with powerful people. He's basically like the
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, or the Weinstein, or the Harvey Weinstein of the hip hop community. And so it is weird, I wouldn't be surprised. What thing people don't forget about is like nowadays. Diddy used to be like, before he got famous. I mean, this dude used to be a slinging crime, bro. Let's be honest. A lot of these rappers started as either selling drugs.
Power usually amplifies, man.
And have you seen the type of rap that's going on right now, or back in the days? It was murder rap.
Yeah.
Like these were real gangsters. These were already criminals.
They were rapping about the things they were doing.
Do you expect a criminal at the bottom of transform themselves, and then when they get to the top and offer like crazy shit, not to be a criminal too, not do something too? Come on. If you start off dirty, you're probably gonna get dirty.
We haven't only seen it in rap. We've seen it in professional athletes as well.
Exactly.
Aaron Hernandez and stuff like that, bro. Wait, bro, you're the best tight end in the league.
But the interesting thing for me on this story in particular is that how crazy it got within like 3-4 days,
and then it just
boom disappeared.
Shut it down completely.
How he just walks around like smiling, like nothing's wrong, like life is beautiful, like bro, come on, man.
Can't touch this. It's basically saying that. Can't touch this. Unless I want to touch.
Yeah, there was somebody else. I forgot who it was, but there was another, like a famous, I don't know if it was a rapper or an athlete, talking about one of the times he was at Diddy's parties, and next thing you know, like they took him into like a smaller room. All of a sudden, there was nobody there except like Jay-Z, Beyonce, allegedly, a couple other people, and it got real weird real fast.
When you say it got real weird, what do you mean by that?
Like taking stuff, allegedly sexual stuff. And so there's a rumor that Jay-Z and Beyonce are also part of this ring. Allegedly. So.
Yeah, I've heard a lot. Remember,
Jay-Z was a crack dealer.
I've seen a lot of things on X, man.
That's what people don't understand, too. And that's one of the things. It's obviously you always want to give the chance for people to reform and get better. But if we're using our brain, you'd never be surprised.
2 + 2?
2 + 2. Exactly. Anyways, last story. And this is...
I don't even like Beyonce that much.
Probably the one that you guys are going to be surprised the most. Because there's definitely a lot of meat under the bone, that people are leaving off. So
I'm hungry.
The title is Former Michigan House Speaker charged with embezzlement conducting a criminal enterprise. All right, let's see why. Let's
dive into it. Is that the guy?
That's the guy. So this is from mlive.com. Go up, George. Here's the story, guys. Strap in. This one's interesting.
It looks like it works out.
Former Michigan House Speaker Lee Chatfield is facing 13 felony charges for financial crimes after Attorney General Dana Nessel said Chatfield and his associates used hundreds of thousands of dollars he'd fundraised for extra personal purchases. Now, what did he do exactly? All right, so it included a $32,000 Bahamian vacation. Dude, that's crazy. It included a $32 Bahamian vacation, luxury purchases, a family trip to Universal Studios in Florida, groceries, and paying off $132,000 in credit card balance. So he used campaign funds for that, which you're not allowed to. Chatfield, who served as leader of Michigan State House in 2019 and 2020, raised more than $5 million while in office, both through disclosed campaign accounts and through a nonprofit dark money organization called Peninsula Fund. So you're like, okay, so this guy obviously got caught, for misusing funds. All right, why is it so bad? All right, go a little bit more down. Let's go to rabbit hole. So
it's not easy to keep two women happy.
But shut up. The inquiry into Chatfield first began a year after he left office due to term limits in 2021. His sister-in-law reported to Lansing police in January 2022 that he had sexually assaulted her repeatedly over more than a decade. Chatfield characterized the relationship as an affair and denied the allegations. So again, he definitely confirmed that they were having an affair.
Yeah.
So the dude was taking millions of dollars from campaign funds to fund. The dude wanted to live lavishly while also having sex with his wife's sister. I mean, hey, Chatfield,
balling on a budget.
Come on.
And now you got out of the house. Now you cannot longer keep up the life. You cannot longer pay your wife's sister. You know,
you can't keep up the strip club payments. I don't know.
You can't strip club payments. But I mean, this kind of guy. I mean, look at him. You can tell he works out. Probably high testosterone. You know what I mean?
What does that mean, bro?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Probably
that means nothing.
I mean, I've seen people.
What happened here is very obvious. The dude got too much power. That he knew.
I'm just messing around with that.
He misused it, and he banged his wife's. I mean, he was a bad dude way long, because if you got accused in 2022 and you were saying it's been a decade since 2012, you've been cheating on your wife or your sister-in-law. The dude, way before he got on here, like. But
at the same time, it gives me the idea of like how true
you how to do it. You shouldn't.
How true are the allegations when you're taking 10 years of sexual? What is it? Assaulted?
No, that's what she claimed herself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but again, no, that's bull. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
If you've been doing it with 10 years,
you like it, man.
You go into those Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving parties. You know, you go quickly into the pantry or the bathroom. Where were you two guys at? I don't know. She's just helping me carry the turkey.
Carry the turkey.
You know? We need to finish the gravy.
The turkey is very, very dry right now.
It's very dry. We gotta put some gravy on it.
I mean, it's one of those. I mean, he got caught for
10 years
messing around.
Think about that. 10 years,
bro. 10 years.
That's messed up.
That is messed up. I mean, he doesn't belong in the West. He should go, into the other civilization where he can have multiple wives and stuff like that.
Well, that's a different topic.
The other day I saw a dude on his.
I mean, you don't have to go to the West. If you're Mormon, you can have more than one wife.
Really?
You didn't know this?
That may be a religion I can look
into.
The
Mormons have like a bunch of wives. It's one of their religions allow it.
Wow. Okay. Well, I thought about it because I saw a video of a dude that was getting his 4th wife. He looked very happy. Very, very happy. He was dancing all by himself and stuff. So I was just like,
was it here in the U.S.?
No.
So you have to leave the U.S. so they can't ruin your life.
Yeah, basically. But it's 4 wives. You know what I mean? I don't.
It's also 4 people.
Me personally, I don't know, man. that's I don't know.
Too much to handle.
But
I already have enough of mine. I'm good.
Yeah, bro. One is enough.
One is enough. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys like this segment. Leave me a comment. Anything you guys want to talk about in particular. If you guys like this new format, this new type of informative podcast, let me know, and we'll just keep doing at least once a week. If you guys want more than once a week, let me know as well. Anyways, thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. See you next time.
We're here for it all. No Diddy though.
No Diddy. No. Mo.